Already you need to
what we have to do is increase your shade, increase your irrigation. You feel cool in your estate, then only you plant your pepper. Make it cool. Make it, forest ecosystem. I went to some consultancy work. People paid, after that I have to go and then advise. I told you, send me the report, pictures of your estate, barren land. I told what consultancy I can give to them. But okay, government system, you have to answer that. And we went. So finally we went, then it is a barren land. Then I told, okay, we visited, it's enough. 10 minutes only we were there in that land. Then we traveled 2 hours to visit who is growing in that area. Whatever possible, we have a vehicle, we have a driver, everything was available, we have a time also. It is whole day work. So we have to justify our work also to that person also. What we did, we went around all the plantation. That area has beetle vine population. Beetle is grown in that area by creating total shade. Then they cover the whole beetle area with coconut leaves and all. I told you, create that that atmosphere, then you will call. Then we will come back and then tell you how to grow pepper. That was the report. Because we don't want to tell him you go and just plant, you lose your all money. He lost some money because he called us. So then we had thought him, first you plant 3 species, grow, create a state, then your irrigation, ensure your irrigation, then plant. Now pepper is coming everywhere, madam. Karnataka, Tumkur is coming, then it is coming in Kolar. Kolar it is coming. Your ignorant Kolar maybe same. Kolar they are growing bush now.
At 40 degrees it will come.
It will come, temperature you have to reduce in your location. You don't bother about a village temperature. You bother about your, where your land may not be your maybe 10 acres, maximum 20 acres grow a maybe.
Microclimate create.
Microclimate you have to create in your location. Then you invest on this crop.
Sir, how long will it take for giving a full yielding capacity?
I will come back, sir. Anyway, I have a lot of
We'll
slides.
go through the question and answer session.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just that. We have a question and answer session.
Okay, come to nursery. Anyway, I told you the varieties. And then I pinpoint some of the varieties are good for you. So then, so now you have to write.
Sir, mic off.
So now you have to raise the planting material required for you. These are all the techniques available. Simple techniques only. If the owner is interested to multiply, he can multiply himself. So these are all the techniques. If you take the pepper, we have a, they are called, we make it till, what we call, through the bags. And then maybe 2-node cutting and 3-node cutting. So if you take, this is a pepper plant. So runners are used for planting material. Runners are a part of the plant which is growing on the soil. That is called runner. So then that is what is grown. And then laterals are the yielding branches. The side branches which are start yielding, it may take after 2-3 years you will get the lateral branches. They are all yielding branches. So if you yielding branch you take for cutting, it become a bush pepper. It continuously go on yielding, that is bush. Then there is called top shoot. It is growing to grow this way. So it has a tip wall. They are called top shoots. So in each tree you will get 3-4 top shoots. So top shoots you can use for planting. Direct planting also or make nursery also. So if you take the green portion of the top shoot, you can make 2-node cutting and make a nursery, or 3-node cutting you can make a nursery, that become a top shoot only. But that what is growing top up, that is the material. It become a woody. Woody means the color changes from green to the wood. That normally it won't get rooted. Up to green portion you can take. Normally Karnataka, what the people are doing, they take almost 8 nodes, then plant directly into the field. Rainy days if you plant, it will get rooted. That is easy. If you have a 1000 pepper plant in your estate, you can make 2000 next year by just cutting them and planting in your own estate. So 50% will survive, at least 1,000 you can make yourself. So with your two labors you collect and then make your feet, and then only thing is they need 1 month continuous moisture. If you allow to dry, they will dry up. Then cover with some shade.
திப்ளியில் கிராப் டைரெக்டாக பண்ணால் கூட அது மாய்ச்சர் மெயின் சேண்ட் நெட்டர்
It
கட்டி
is
ஆகும்.
easy. So that is what those who have some plants, you can make a number increase. Runners also you can
Season
make.
போதும்,
So
மழை
the
காலத்தில்
runners also.
Automatic.
So you want to contribute pepper, your runner and top shoot don't waste. Don't make anybody to waste in your district or estate. Then your pepper production will go up. Because of after listening to all our lectures, they are cutting and throwing away. That is a real problem. Because we teach you the negative of it. Negative take into their safety. That becomes a problem. But because material availability is the real problem. Those who have, if they contribute for nursery, you make yourself, you sell, or give to somebody to make it and let him sell. That concept will evolve, then the pepper production will increase in state. Because getting material is now is very tough. No, this is the way what we do, we collect those runners, it will be somewhere, some places it's in meters. And then that we collect, make it a 2 nodes by removing the leaves, make it a 2 nodes cutting. Like that our laborers will collect it. But we have to do it within 1 day or 2 days. Don't allow them to desiccate, not dry. You should not be allowed to desiccate. So vanagi povalu po. Like that it happens. So that we have to be careful. So only thing, morning you collect, by evening if you plant, that is best. After that, don't throw them in the sunlight. Put them in a shaded place. So that level. Otherwise, put them in water. By next day, you should plant into bags. So this is what most of the labor force will be doing. Then we make into a small 100 or 20, 30, 40 into a kite. Then put them in the Bevestin, carbendazim based fungicide. Carbendazim 2 grams per liter. Put them 30 minutes in that. It will try to control the leaf spot diseases, anthracnose diseases. And then if you want to control by phytophthora, use a metalaxyl. Metalaxyl 1 gram per liter plus carbendazim to 1 gram per liter. Put them in 30 minutes. Dip it in 30 minutes and keep it out. That will protect from phytophthora, that is what foot rot disease infection, and also this you will note down. This is most important for nursery. Suppose anybody want to make planting material. Other things are normal work only, but these people should practice so that your nursery should not lose because of disease. Then come to rooting hormones. The best is our ABA, indole butyric acid, 5,000 ppm per liter, 1 gram per liter. That solution is better. Otherwise, the market availability is Keratax. Then IBA is also available in the market. You can use, but you have to dissolve your IBA in some alcohol. Then you make that. But higher concentration will affect the IBA concentration is too much problem. That is 1 gram per liter is recommended. So these Keratax powders are there, mostly amino acid. They promote the rooting. You can just dip that cutting edge into the Keratax powder and then plant. I think these 2 points you remember for your anybody want to do nursery. Potting mixture is mostly 2:1:1. So if your forest soil is good, you can use 3 or 4:1:1. Sand is required. Then farmyard manure is also required. Very decomposed farmyard manure is required for making nursery. 2:1:1. This is recommended. But when even sand is not available, it goes to 3, 4. But good forest soils also can be used directly also. If you have under jackfruits, patti, fig tree and all, those soils are very rich. That can be utilized if you have that situation. So that can be sieved instead of using all that stones and all. You can sieve and then make a good nursery mixture and plant. So potting mixture is 2:1. Trichoderma you can add and then it should be fine texture soil.
வெரிடி
Planting by polybag, this is what we follow. First you have to arrange your polybag with that mixture. You can create that, we are bamboo you are using, now that of online you can get a sticks also. Easy to make a polywood. This is called polywood, so like a smallish section. This is important to rooting. And then keep your humidity.
நான் தான்
intact.
கேட்குறேன் ரூட்டிங்
So,
பண்ணுறதுக்கு ஒட்டு
25
கட்டும்போது
days,
எப்படி
so these plants won't
கரெக்டாக
break. If there is
ஒட்டு
no
கட்டுறது இது வேறு
leakage in that
இது ஒட்டு கட்டல
system. Any leakage
Okay,
is there,
direct
we have
plantation.
to
இது
irrigate
வேறு
them again. If the doggies are moving.
இல்லை மற்றதெல்லாம் வந்துடும் ஈஸியாக
இப்போதான் நீங்கள் செடியை வைக்கிறீங்க
So, but
செடி
these
கூட
bags
போட்டு
should be
வைக்கிறீங்க
well watered.
அதுக்கப்புறம் செய்கிறாங்க
2-3 times you have to water them before planting. That is most crucial. Simply water and then you plant, the stick will die. And then while planting, you have to don't insert with a stick. Make a hole, then you insert that 2-node or 3-node stick, then airtight.
க்ளோஸ் டைட்
I mean, the stick with soil properly should be filled. There should not be any gap between the soil and stick. These are all very simple technique need to be adopted. After drying, people will come back and then when you go and check all these are small mistakes you do that. It should be well watered. The water should have come out of the bag. Until that you should water. So that normally what we do, we will fill today, irrigate 2-3 times. Then next day while planting again we will irrigate. Then we will tell them to plant. By that day evening we will cover it. Then 28 days we are not open. But again, the shade of the atmosphere, top shade also important. It needs shade. You cannot keep it open and then I covered it. It will die. Total 100% will die if you keep this humid chamber in open place. So you have to provide 50% shade net, or sometimes 70% also based on your village. Don't take mine as the knowledge, no. It is your village which should decide that atmosphere will decide what shade should be given. So maybe 75% you start. Put 75% shade net, under that you make this humid chamber. You plant this cutting, 2 nodes cutting or 3 node cutting. Even single nodes also people started doing it successfully. Single node also, right? It is not available. What they say when they cut a single node, so that the top will be little taller, smaller should be, so that then you should not dip that node into soil. Only you have to keep on the top, above the soil. So that level only planting should be. If you put the node into soil, the nodal roots will. So then the sprouting will be a problem because there is no bud opened into the air to sprout. So these are all small issues you have to take care while planting. This is where how they will do. This is planting in a poly bag. Then covering it with transparent polythene sheet. That is what normally nursery sheet they say. Adequate shade has to be provided. Then the day taken for sprouting is 20 to 25 days. After sprouting, by 28 days we can remove. But we should be keep watching. So don't go and then go for some marriages and then come back after 28 days. Sometimes it's all dried. Some lot of cases I see like that it happened. So but daily watching is required. Any changes are there, any issues are there. Then come to cutting ready for planting within period of 3 months. You can plant. Normally your nursery activity starts in February 15th onwards and the temperature changes. Then by March we complete the planting. June planting will be ready. Plants are ready for planting. And then anybody want to buy before July 15th. Any nursery plants you are buying. After July 15th there is other issues I will tell you. So then normally diseases are less. Plant death also in the field is less. And then most of the things are get rooted. If they are doing February, March, April planting, the rooting is good. May planting, there is no rooting. If somebody sell you the May planted one, called pseudo shoot. Shoot is there, root is not there. So then as a owner you don't go and check, no. So you say you plant somebody there, that comes also won't tell you. There is no room to plant there. Only they don't establish. So we say, because I have faced a lot of issues like that. And then this is the general traditional method I discussed. I mean, that is 2 node, 3 node, farmers level you can make. The nurseryman make 3 months, this is called short term nurseries or 3 months nursery, he can make some money. And then come to the research methods. These are all researchers are doing, we are doing this method. So to increase the varieties. If I don't have any particular variety plot in my estate, my farm or my research institute, I adopted this as a technique for multiplying that particular variety. So this is called serpentine method. Our production ratio in a year is 1:60. One plant can give you 60 plants. I like to tell you one Tamil story. I mean, Tamil farmer, he collected Pannur 9, one plant. He went to Chennai. On his terrace, he started growing. Within 6 months, he grown one plant into 50 plants. He planted in our Aldur in Sakleshpur. I mean, if he has an interest, one plant is enough to make 50 plants. But only thing is his interest. So when he went to Chennai, he may be having a house and terrace, he may be having some facility. So he was telling that is the, I told him, we will give you 10 plants you can make. So I made from 51 plant to 50 plants. For your 9 one variety, those who are interested like that. This is a method they adopted. Here is, this method is quite simple. It is crawling type. Keep on keeping a bag. So then roots will come from each node on particular time. After that they dry up. So they become rudimentary roots. They allow, you have to give a moisture and contact the soil with moisture. The root elongation process starts. Suppose you are not providing moisture and soil, which is not touching that soil, that become a rudimentary, it won't grow. So we have a lot of success stories with beekeeping at the correct, bag keeping should be correct stage. I was telling, whenever that white roots are there, you should keep a bag. Suppose you keep after 10 days, no root will come inside. So whenever it is growing, you have to keep a bag. So you should not cut the, wait for 3-4 days. So where you can handle it, you can just brush it down. There are the sticks you can do. Maintain proper moisture. Foliar spray of nutrients promote the good growth. We have ISR black pepper special 1 kg per 200 liter, 1 gram per liter, 19 1 gram per liter, 5 gram per liter. Once in a month, the growth is good. Simple. One micronutrient, one 19 we spray. Rinsing with Trichoderma, and then we have plant growth promoting bacteria. We have technology once in a month. And then need-based plant protection. Mostly thiamixol and all we spray to control the, we have a leaf balls. So another method is you can plant them in a nursery and then grow as a runners. This is one good method. So that you can make your own runners in your place. This man, he retired now. So he was handling that. The typical 15 days he was giving, we have a consultative from IHR, and then pepper specially you spray, and then put into that drench in that trench. Making good runners. This is another way you can make your own runners with available plants, and then start making a 2-node or 3-node nursery, and then raise the plants. So another method is called Rawlins method. Same method little you can grow. Now these are all the people who started. These are all the initial photos. So where the gene bank, it's called Black Gold Nursery today. That person is from Copy. What is that? Copy Day. After losing a job, he started his plantation. He has some 50 acres of land. So Copy Day Siddharth, we will be doing
That is no more.
system. Then he died here. And then now he made a very good nursery. He is a professional nursery boy now. He is a professional is advocate. He become no advocate, he become an agriculture. So nursery man like that he converted. Then top shoots also you can make it by using now this called cups are available in the market. You can cover with that cup with a media. They will get
Top.
rooted. Top shoots anything.
Top shoot le begettathu.
It's called cup method. So now they are most of the people
Knock பண்ணிடுறது.
those who are in the estate.
நார் போட்டு கட்டிட்டு வந்தோம்.
So one farmer made 1,000 cups. 100 rupees per one plant he sold. So if that money came back to him, He's enjoying that. He has some 2,000 pepper garden. And then all his top shoots, you will get 5,000 top shoots. I was telling you, husband and wife can make that. They are making. I mean, simple. And then the grafting method, I think now grafted pepper plant is available. This is one to all solve your problem in Pollachi where you are irrigating flood irrigation. Pepper is flood irrigated, Areca is flood irrigated in Pollachi. So those areas, this grafted pepper should be planted. Then you have plenty of water. All you are doing is giving enough water and you just go back. So, but this pepper, if you plant, grafted pepper, if you plant, it will survive. It needs regular moisture throughout the year. It is a marshy plant. That Polycrinum is a marshy plant. For that, pepper is grafted. Maybe you have to tell them to graft some other varieties, not only Panur one. Other varieties.
Where these plants are available? Where these plants are available? Where these plants are available, sir?
Yeah. Somebody came here. Stand up, sir. So mostly this is Panur.
Available, sir.
So this is one method. Only thing is, what nursery man I request, you give some 500 plant to one farmer, follow it up to yield level. Giving is making money. At least whatever he paid you, he should get back. That level you support it. That's all. After that you leave it. That is up to him. So because I am seeing this technique is very quite, it is innovated by our scientist called Matthew sir. He is retired. So after that another scientist took the project. I mean a retired scientist from
Karnataka.
So he took that project for canning after retirement, like sir took coconut farm. So he became a pepper, cashew researcher, become a pepper nursery man. This is one success story of the scientist. So Yaduraj is the scientist. So he is a cashew researcher, principal retired scientist like me, and then he has a habit of buying a land and then managing and all. So this technique he only popularized. He trained some 3-4 nursery people. From there they started nursery. They left him. Then he has to train many people. Now this is one of the accredited nursery in Karnataka. SSVD nursery in Puttur. Like that, 5-6 nursery we accredited for pepper. There is called one NDA. He purchased 80 acres of land by this company. By selling plants to, I think he sold to Goa, other states also. 30,000 to 1 lakh plants. 30 rupees is the minimum price they are putting. 30, 32 and all. So that way he made a good success story in grafted. But you have to recommend for marshy area only. Don't give to everybody. That is very wrong. Then now they will say everything is gone. Don't give to coffee planters at all. Coffee planters are just plant and then forget it. There it is not coming at all. Then they are ready to invest 10,000, 20,000 and all. I told you, keep that money in bank. I will help you. So because this is for a marshy area only suitable technology, we have to give to the marshy area. Maybe Areca nut grow in marshy in Karnataka, like our Puttur and all this technology. Puttur, Sirsi, Sagar, we have that valleys. Areca nut in valleys. Over here there is a moisture. There it is suitable. So it is not suitable to a coffee plant. Coffee is mostly grown on the slopes. And then
what is the suitable base plant for that?
Polyprinum. Piper polyprinum. So another is top shoot planting. Like this you can start planting. You collect your top shoots and then in a rainy day and then you plant. So they will start yielding from the bottom. The one is if you are able to master this technology, so there is no runners will come. Further maintenance is easy. But we have to master the establishment of top shoots in the estates. 8 to 10 nodes is required if you are taking only top shoot. But nursery you can take the mature tissue and then make a plant. But only thing is high elevation is not rooting. Like I am from high elevation, the success rates are very low. Coastal belts are rooting. So even with humid chamber, with volutes, we are not very successful in that way. So that coastal belt rooting is good.
Top shoot routing is called as bush pepper is also. Top
No,
shoot.
no, top shoot is a climber. Lateral is bush pepper. Okay, we come to how to establish pepper in your garden. Now something we learnt about what is the nursery we have to adopt. If you want to improve pepper, you have to do nursery. There is no other way I see. If you go on buying and all, also it is not easy. Like I had a success story with Tata Coffee. So we were visiting and then we team will visit and then we calculate number of plants planted, lakhs, 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs they are planting. Then the yielding plant is always 4 lakhs. So we are telling we planted 5 years, 5 lakhs. Our yielding plant would have been 10 lakhs. It never came. So it is only planting and forgetting in the system we adopt. So then what we did, we have a centralized nursery. We made that. Then little planting is increased. Now we made individual estate nurseries. Now we made them a commercial nursery in Tata Coffee from each estate. Like your Valpare also we have a commercial nursery. So when they start selling pepper cutting and making some money, remaining just the plant in their estate. Now pepper population is 12 lakhs in Tata. Because of they made nursery of themselves, they planted one plant, they are planting 2, 3 and all. That way they are planting only runners, cuttings. Now, because of extra plants are available in their own, you could not sell. All this they planted. Now population is increased. So one always I think if a pepper farmer make their own nursery, pepper will improve in their nursery. So one come to how to establish pepper in your tea or areca. Areca gardens. One is because you already have a big root system in your areca, you have to open a big root, big pit. How big you have to decide. Our normal recommendation is 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. That also people don't do after going to field. Yesterday we were trying with sir. So I don't know. I mean, that is what happening because such a root system, we don't have so much equipment to cut and make. So like when I joined, to make a cardamom pit, I will have a square.